Hello and welcome to episode 99 in the Datapack tutorial series, version 1.21. We're going to be making a hotbar menu. Quite simple. Simple concept. What I've got is some items on my hotbar. These are just junk that I happen to be carrying around in my world. And here is my hotbar menu. I can activate it, bring up my menu. So you can see we can have up to sort of 8 different things there. And then the exit. I've just got a set time night and a set time day. And then when I've finished using my menu, I exit. And I get my items back. That's what we're doing. Okay, thanks to GalSergey for helping me out with this one. And down in the description, I'll also put a link to a 1.21.4 version, in case you want to use an updated version. Anyway, let's get on and build it now. Okay, let's start in VS Code with folders and files. I've done it a little bit differently this time. I've added the folders and files already, rather than take 5-10 minutes of slowly watching me add them. If you think, I know I prefer you type them in as you go, then let me know. Or if you say this is much better, it saves my time, let me know there as well. Okay, what have I done? So, inside, let's shrink these down first. Inside my namespace, I've added 2 folders, advancement, and we have function. Now, function we normally have anyway. Inside the advancement, I have first join and hotbar, menu click. Those are my 2 advancements. Let's shrink that down. Inside function, I've added 3 new folders, commands, init, and menu, just to split things up to make them a little bit tidier. We are going to be using the load function here. We're not going to be using the tick, so really you don't need this one or this one. Okay, so you can have a little look at that. Those are the folders and files we're going to be using. Now, obviously, if you miss one off as we're going through the code, you'll notice, and you can just add it later. It's not a problem. Right, let's get on. I think the first thing we'll do is start with a load, and we're going to set up some personal player storage, because obviously we want each player's hotbar to be separate from each other player's hotbar. You can watch a tutorial just on that if you want. Episode 57, I'll put a link in the description, is just about personal player storage. Let's crack on. We've been waffling. Okay, so let's go to load. Load, I want a score for the ID for the personal player storage. So we'll have scoreboard, objectives, add ID, dummy. And I want a timestamp. And this is going to be, it's going to sort of act as a sort of cooldown. It means you can't click the item and hold your finger on it. It'll only run a command every time you click. So you have to click, let go, click, let go. So let's do this one. Scoreboard. My finger's just not in the right place. Scoreboard, objectives, add, and we'll call it hotbar dot timestamp, and it'll be a dummy. Okay, let's save that. Load is done. Bye-bye, load. Right, let's make our advancement for first join. Off we go to misode. Oh, I'm in advancements already. It's like I planned ahead. Right, criteria. Let's call it first join. Boink. Trigger. A tick. Yep. And reward. Reward is going to run a function. Let's just put a placeholder in there for now. Okay. That looks all right. Let's save that. Take it back. Put it into first join. Yoink. And now we'll change this. Here, let's start filling ID, start typing my namespace. And we are going to init first join. So we're running this function here. Okay, that seems all right. Let's save that, close it down. In fact, let's do first join now. Okay, we want to clear some data. Data, remove from storage. Hotbar menu. Macro player. So we're going to clear that. Then we're going to assign the player an ID. Execute unless score at s ID equals at s id. So if they do have an ID, we're not going to do anything. If they don't, we will store the result at s id. Store the result as a score at s id. The result of this command, run scoreboard players, add a fake player who we'll just call new. We'll add 1. So if they don't already have a score, well, add 1 to their ID. So if the player doesn't have a score, we will add 1 to new's score, and we will save that result on the player. Okay. Now we'll set up some data storage for the player. We will execute store result storage hotbar menu macro player dot id as an integer, times it by 1, run scoreboard players get at sid. Okay, and now we'll continue setting up the personal storage function init with storage hotbar.menu macro player. So we have access to that ID we just put in there. So we've assigned the ID score to the player. We've then saved that score into some storage, and we're passing that score over to the next function. Okay, init. We will set up the player's storage. So execute unless data storage hotbar menu database players open and close square brackets, inside the square brackets open and close curly brackets. We are checking for ID and the ID that we just passed. So if there's already some data stored in the database with the same ID, well, we're not going to do anything. Otherwise, we are going to run data modify storage hotbar menu database players append, and we want to append because there might be other players' information in there already. We don't want to overwrite it, so we're going to append from storage hotbar menu macro player. Okay, save that, close that, and now we'll do the give command. I put give in it because I couldn't think where else to put it. Could have gone into commands, I suppose, but we're keeping it separate. Give. I want to give the player the item they right click on to start to open the menu. So I'm going to give the executor, and I'm going to use a music disc. I want to use music disc creator. I like the color. It's going to have some custom data. Custom data equals hotbar colon open and close some curlies, and inside there it's going to have a command, and its command is going to be function idyt099, that's my namespace, and it's going to do commands / open. So the command associated with this item will be running function commands open, running this function here. Okay. Then let's keep going. We'll have right click true. Now it's a music disc. Because I'm using a music disc, I don't want it to be playable. So I better stop it being playable as well. So after the right click true, let's come out of there and go not exclamation mark, not jukebox playable, Okay, so my music disc can't go in the jukebox. And I want to give it some food equals. Take into account if you're on later versions, you will have to do the food differently. But I'll tell you what I do. I will link the 1.2.1.4 version by GalSergey. I'll link that down in the description. So if you're on 1.2.1.4, you can just get that from down in the description. So food, nutrition, 0, saturation, 0, can always eat, yes please, and eat seconds, 1,000,000. Okay, let's come out of the food component. Let's give it a name, item name, equals, apostrophe, apostrophe, speech marks, and we'll just say Hotbar menu. Okay, let's save. Let's go over and see if we can do a reload. Right, I better clear that one that I've already got from testing. Let's get rid of that. And now let's do function give. Okay, there's my new one. It is Hotbar menu. Let's do a data get. Selected item. All looks good. I can see the stuff in there. There's our command. Yeah, jukebox player will know. Yep, okay, that looks good. Let's go back. Get rid of the give. Okay, now we've got the item. Let's do the advancement to check if we click on it. Let's go back to Misode. Let's clear this advancement. And I better make sure I'm in 1.21 just in case there's a difference. Okay. So, criteria, we'll just call it a Hotbar menu. Let's add that. It's going to be a trigger, it's going to be using an item, but we'll have some conditions, item, predicate. Let's check its custom data, add that, custom data, add. We want to be checking for Hotbar. So do I need, let's see, open and close, and then I think in there we'll just have Hotbar. No, not hot. We don't want Hotbar true, actually. We want Hotbar could be anything, because the commands might be different. So Hotbar anything. Okay, we might have to fiddle with that. And it's going to have a reward. The reward will be a placeholder for now. Let's copy that. Let's take it back. Let's put it in Hotbar menu click. Let's paste that in. Let's change the function. Start typing my namespace. Okay, this is going to run the menu click function. So menu click. And let's not make any changes and let's just test it. So I better go to click, revoke that advancement. Revoke. S only. Let's start typing my namespace. Hotbar menu click. Say clicked. How do you mistype the word say? There we go. Okay, let's have a test. Reload. Yep. Okay, so that's fine. Didn't need to make any changes. It's checking that I've clicked it. Cool. Let's go back. Okay, well, we're in click. Let's do click. So we've already revoked the advancement. Now, what do we want to do? We want to store the current game time because we're going to use that. Because you can see at the moment when I'm clicking, I hold the button down, spam. Right, we don't want that. That's what this game time timestamp is going to do. So let's store it. Execute, store result as a score. Fake player called this. Hotbar.timestamp. Run time query game time. Okay, and then we're going to add 1 to the to the player's game time. Scoreboard. Players. Add. At S. Hotbar timestamp 1. Then we're going to do our command, and then we're going to set the player's timestamp to the stored timestamp. scoreboard players operation dot s hotbar timestamp equals this hotbar timestamp, and in here is where we do our command. So we're going to execute unless score at s hotbar timestamp equals this hotbar timestamp, run function, and we're going to run the commands command function, but we need to pass some information. We need to pass that command which is on the music disk I'm holding. So with entity at s selected item dot components dot open speech marks Minecraft custom data. Would it have been quicker to type it? No, there it is. Minecraft custom data, close the speech marks, dot hotbar. Okay, let's save that. And while we're here, we might as well do the command as well. So in command, what we'll do is we'll just say command. Oopsies. Get your normal brackets. There we go. Well, let's go back. Let's do a reload. And let's test it. Okay, so it's pulled out the command, which is on the item. Function, ID. Cool, that's great. Now, if I hold the button down, it only runs once. Okay, that's what our timestamp is doing. That's not where we need to be. Right. Okay, so it's saying the command. We want it to run the command. Well, that's pretty simple. We'll just take out. There we go. Okay, so that is now going to run the click or the open command. Is that what we put in there? Open? Let's find out. Let's go to open. And let's say opened. Let's go back and do another test. Opened, yeah, cool. Okay, let's do the open command. Ooh, we want to clear some data. Data, remove, storage, hotbar menu macro, player. Hey, don't put that cheeky S on there. I didn't want that. Player. I'm glad I spotted that then. That could have been a hard one to find. Execute, store, result, storage, hotbar menu macro, player dot ID, integer 1 as an integer, times it by 1, run scoreboard players get my ID. So we're saving the ID of the player. And we will, now we need to save the player's hotbar to their storage. That's why we've saved their ID. So we'll do function menu save with storage hotbar menu macro player. So this function here will have access to this ID. Cool. Then we'll clear the player's hotbar. We'll have a function for that. Function menu clear. Now we need to give the player the menu items. So we'll have item replace entity add s hotbar dot 0 with, and can I copy this from my give command? Let's have a little look. So can I copy, literally just copy the give command? We might need to make some changes. Where are we at the moment? Are we in click? We're not in click. We're in open. There we go. Right, can I just put that in there? Will that be happy? First thing, we'd want to use a different disk. So let's use, I don't know, disk 13. Stop it. Stop trying to autofill stuff. Disk 13. We'll give it a different name. So we'll say this is set day. So that's going to have to run a different command. Well, we don't need to call a function for that. That's such a simple command, we could just type it straight in here. So we could say the command is time set day. Okay, that seems all right. Let's copy that. Copy. In fact, let's do a test. If this one works, then we'll copy it. If it doesn't work, there's no point in having 3 we need to change. So let's do a reload. We're not going to worry if our items get lost or anything. Cool. It certainly seemed to have given us the item there. Set day. Yeah, let's do a data get on it. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, obviously it's left the rest of our inventory because we haven't told it to clear the inventory, and I think we'll do that in a minute. Let's get rid of that, and we'll put an item back in there. There we go. Let's go back. Okay, let's copy that. I'm happy that that seemed to work. And we'll have 1 to set time to night, and we need 1 to exit. So we'll call this one set night. And we'll just pick a different music disc. I think style is black. Time set night. Okay, hotbar slot, we'll change that as well. Hotbar slot 1. And last one, hotbar slot right at the end, we'll say 8. We'll put this one creator so it's the same color as the original one. Ooh, now it's command. We're going to run a function idyt099, my namespace, colon, and we will run commands exit. So we're going to be running this function here, commands exit, and we better change its name as well, exit menu. Save. Okay. What should we do next? What comes first? Let's start at the top and go down and see what comes. So menu save. Menu save is first. Let's do menu save. Right, off we go to menu save. What are we going to do in here? Well, we're just going to copy. Well, let's clear some data. Data. Remove from storage. Hotbar menu macro. No. Hotbar menu data. Inv. And then we're going to data. Modify. Storage. Hotbar menu data. Inv set from at S inventory. Why is it not happy? Because we need to say set from entity at S inventory. Okay. So that seems all right. Let's go down. Now we're going to clear some more data. So what we've done, we stored the entire inventory. Obviously we don't want the entire inventory. So let's do a data remove storage hotbar menu data hotbar. So we've cleared somewhere else, and then we're going to copy only the hotbar items. So data modify storage hotbar menu data hotbar append from storage hotbar menu data inventory open and close square open and close curlies inside there slot 0b. So we're just getting slot 0b, and you can maybe guess that what we're going to be doing is also getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we're doing slot 1b, slot 2b, 3b, 4b, 5b, 6b, 7b, 8b. So we start on 0, we've gone to 8, so we're doing 0 to 8, so it's giving us 9 slots. That's the hotbar. So the reason why we're copying the inventory to storage first and then extracting what we want is this is one NBT get command. So we've taken the NBT from the player and we've stored it, and then we're just getting it from storage. If we did here, get each one from the player, we would be serializing the player's data 9 times, which would be a lot slower. So that's why we're not doing that. Okay, so we have just the data we want stored. Now what I'm going to do here is merge on an empty component. I'm going to data modify storage hotbar menu data hotbar all of them dot components merge value empty. And you think, well, why are you doing that? Well, some items might have components and some items might not have components. And obviously when we give the items back, we want to make sure that the items are getting their components. So later on when we're giving items back, we're going to say, and please put these components on the item. And if the item didn't have any components, it's going to go, meh, this item didn't have any components, I don't know what to do. So what we're doing is we're giving it an empty component field. So if it does already have components, this is going to do nothing. And if it doesn't have components, it's just going to say, well, you've got no components, but here is the components field for you. So later on, our command won't break. It will find the components and be happy. That's what that's for. Now we better clear some data. Again, we're going to do a data remove from storage. Hotbar menu from the database. Players. Open and close square. Open and close curly. Inside they have an ID. And the ID will be the ID we passed earlier. .hotbar. So if they've already got something stored in the database, we've cleared that out. And now let's merge in the new data. So we'll do data modify storage hotbar menu database players open and close square open and close curly ID colon the ID of the player a dot hotbar set from storage hotbar menu, and what did we call it up there? Hotbar menu data. Okay, hotbar menu data hotbar. Save. Okay. That seems all right. I'm not going to do the clear command yet. I'm going to go back and do a reload. And let's press this. Okay, so the menus have appeared. That seems like a good start. It didn't clear my inventory, but we know why. We haven't done the clear yet. But let me just get rid of those, and we'll pick up some items again. There we go, that'll do. And I want to do data get from storage, hotbar menu database. Okay, that seems to be the items I had. Yep. Okay, that looks like it's saving them. Okay, right. Let's do the clear command. Clear command is going to be a nice, easy one. Here we go. Let's close down some of these windows. We've got loads open. Control K W. There we go. Clear. Okay, so we've clicked on open. Open. We've got here to save our inventory. Now we're doing this clear command. So let's do that. Clear. Well, we'll just do item replace entity at S hotbar, not my horse, hotbar 0 with air, I suppose, Minecraft air. And I'm just going to copy that. But is that enough times? I don't know, probably not. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 7. That's another 6. That's not a 7. Okay, and 8. Obviously, since we're counting from 0, that is now 9. So that will clear my entire hotbar. Let's save that. Okay, so we should be able to switch to the menu just fine. Let's do a reload. This button is the reload command. So let's have a look. Last time here, there's no crafting table mentioned because I've got a crafting table now that we've picked up. So let's. Oh, that's the exit menu, of course. we haven't programmed that yet. Let me get myself an open one. Where's give? There we go. Come here. It'll run from anywhere in your hotbar. Okay. Everything disappeared. Cool. In fact, these should probably work as well now. Yeah? They work. Exit doesn't work. And let's check our data. Now I'm not seeing a crafting table in there. So we might have a problem. We'll come back and fix that if we do have a problem. Let's move off. So where have we got to? Whew. We've opened the menu. Now we need to, and we can use the commands in the menu. Now we need to be able to exit the menu. So if we look at open, we can see that the exit thing is, or the exit item is running function commands exit. So that seems like a good place to go. Function commands exit. We will clear some data. Data remove from storage. Hotbar menu macro. Player. We'll store the player's ID. Execute. Store. Result. Into storage. That's not storage. Into storage. Hotbar menu macro. Player.id as an integer, times it by 1. Run. Scoreboard players get at s id. Then we will function functino function. We want to load, not that load. I should call these different things. Menu load. There we go. We want to load their items back with storage. We need to know their ID though. Player. Okay, we've got their ID stored there, so that's that. Save. So let's go to menu load. Take note, this is, I should have given it a different name. This is menu load, not the load function that loads when the Datapack first loads. This is in menu load. What are we going to do? Well, we better clear their inventory, so we can use our clear. Am I doing Functino again? We can use our clear function. Let's copy the player's item data. Data, modify, storage, hotbar menu, macro player dot hotbar set from storage hotbar menu. Hotbar menu, database, players, open and close square, open and close curly, ID colon, $, ID, dot hotbar. And then we will replace the player's items, function, load slot, with storage, hotbar macro, player dot hotbar, last entry in the list. Okay, so what we've done is we've copied the player's hotbar data into some temporary storage, and we've passed the last entry in the list. And we're just going to go down that. We're going to say, right, add this one, remove it from the list. Add the next one, remove it from the list. So let's do load slot. Loady slot. There we go. So let's replace the current one. We'll use a loop table to do that. Loot, replace, entity at s, hotbar dot bonk, open and close, slot, loot, open and close, pools, writing this thing from memory, open and close square. Let me look at my notes. Yeah, okay, inside pools, we'll have one pool. Inside there, roles 1. And then we'll have some entries. Entries will be a list. Inside there, we'll have type. This type will be a Minecraft item. Okay, and its name will be, let me get $, will be the ID of the item that we've got stored. Okay, let's come out of that. And then functions. The functions, let's spell it correctly, will be a list. Inside the list, we're going to have one entry to start with. And it will be a function. Oh, my brain is going to fail in a minute. And that function will be Minecraft set count. And the count will be the count from our database count. Okay, and we're going to have another function. And inside that one it is going to be Minecraft set the components. And the components $, is going to be, oh, I didn't put the $, components. And close that one. Uh-oh, I knew we'd make a mistake in this one. My brackets are off balanced. So what can I do about this? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of use some tabs here. Let's tab that out. Let's tab that down one. So roll pools, yeah, roles. Okay, let's put that down there. Entries. Okay, that's all right. Well, it looks like I haven't put a bracket in front of entries, so that should be there. So entries, move that down one. Entry has some functions. Let's move that down one. That's end of one function. That's the end of that. So that should match up with that bracket there. That should match up with that bracket there. That should match up with the roles. Don't keep doing that, it's annoying. And what's this one on the end? So that should match up with the pool, does it? Okay, and there should be one before pools. Only want one. There we go. So what's mismatched here? Is it? There we go. What's mismatched? So we've got open. Oh, that's rather annoying. Oh, close. Yeah. Pools seems to be matching. Entries. So we've got roles doesn't. Roles has one there. Yeah. Does that have a matching one? Is that our problem? How many have we got? Let's move that forward a bit. Let's expand that one down. Actually, that doesn't need to go down. This function doesn't have an opening bracket. We can see that there. Opening bracket. Is this the best way to do this? Nope. This is a brain melt. So we're opening one. That's that one. Let's get rid of that one in a minute. Opening one. Opening pools. Those are closing. We're opening roles. Yeah. We're opening entries. Yeah. This should be for the functions. Type doesn't seem to be closed. So we want to be closing type. Feels better, but let's find out. Let's close it all up. How not to fix it? What we could have done is just done it in Miso. Close it all up. Go to backspace. Okay. Save. Balanced out the brackets. Did it work? I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. I don't see any errors there though, so it seems happy. Okay, now let's remove the current item from the list. Data, remove, storage, hotbar menu of macro, player dot hotbar last entry in the list. And if there's still some more entries, then we'll run again. Function load slot with no data there, with storage hotbar menu macro player dot hotbar -1. Okay, I'll probably leave in that faffing around with that loop with the loophole. Just I don't know. You can see how badly I am at balancing brackets. Okay, right. Let's test it. I suppose, because I think we've done everything. Let's reload. Well, let's clear our inventory. Right, there's a menu item. I like to put it on the end there. Let's get some yellow wool. Oink, there's my menu. Oink. Uh-oh, we've definitely got a problem because it's bringing up my old one. It's not bringing up what I just saved. So this is probably an old one from testing. So I reckon we are saving the data somewhere incorrectly. So I think that probably the best bet would be to go to. So what happens when you open the menu? Open. We come down here. It must be a problem sort of in this save area. So we'll go down to save. And we'll have a look here. So we're either saving it in the wrong place or we're pulling it back from the wrong place. So save. Let's have a look. What storage are we using? Hotbar menu.data. That seems all right. Okay. And then we are setting that from the inventory. Well, that's got to be right. Data get from storage. Hotbar menu.data. Did we call it inv? Well, it doesn't have my yellow wool in it. Let's get rid of all that. Just yellow wool, please. Okay. Hotbar menu data.inv. Set from player's inventory. It clearly didn't set it from my inventory. What have I done wrong there? Hotbar menu data. Hotbar menu colon data. Hotbar menu colon data. That's exactly the same. Wow, I think I've spotted it. Cheeky. Look at that there. data remove. No, data remove. So that was causing this not to run at all. And it was using old data from when I'd previously been testing. Okay, so we had a little spelling mistake. Let's save. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. Right, so that's my old inventory. No, go away. Let's just get a crafting table. And let's do a click. Now let's check our data. That looks much better. I can see crafting table in there. Okay. And my crafting table goes back into slot 3. Oh, good. This looks like it's working. Let's gather up some random rubbish. Hotbar menu. We switch to the menu. Oh, I would like it to be nighttime because I love fighting phantoms. No, I've had enough of it. Daytime. And then menu back. There we go. Okay. So, using player storage, saving the player's hotbar, giving them some menus that have click commands. They can click around and have some fun. And then when they click back, they get their original hotbar back. And obviously we've saved them individually because we don't want people overwriting their own or each other's hotbars. Cool. Okay. Whew. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.